What's up, everyone? Today's guest is pro pickleball player Collin Shick. He was the former king of college pickleball. It's great to have you on the episode.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, we're doing 10-minute conversation with Collin Shick. Are you ready to hit that stop clock?
Let's go.
Let's go. So first question, you played at the PPA Masters a few weekends ago with Jack Sock. I mean, how insane was that, and how did that even come about?
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I live in North Carolina. He's moved here. I think he's lived here for a couple years now. But after I had that big tournament in Florida, he kind of reached out, said, come down to Charlotte, let's play some pickleball. And we've had a lot of fun practicing together. We like to play kind of non-traditional, high energy, very aggressive. So once all this stuff happened, we were like, we got to play some tournaments in 2024.
Wow, fantastic. So is he lined up for a few more tournaments this year?
Yes. Yep.
Which ones? And is there like a specific end date, or it's just kind of that's the plan right now, and we'll see what happens in the future?
Yeah, I think we just plan to just play the year and then see what lines up in terms of maybe he's going to one that I'm not, or I'm going to one that he's not schedule-wise.
Sure, right on. And what's it like? I mean, was there ever a mystique around him for you? I know others might get starstruck when they see him. Was it like that for you?
Yeah, definitely a little bit at first. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, where John Isner is also from. So my brother and I, we would actually practice some with him over winter break. So a little bit more normalized meeting like pro tennis players when you're in that tennis world versus like just any other celebrity. But yeah, he's a super cool guy, super down to earth. So very easy to just hang out with normally.
Dude, fantastic. So you are taking a year off of med school. Is that to pursue pro pickleball, or was there another reason?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say when I started that was ever the plan to take a year off med school. But yeah, after the whole PPA, MLP stuff came down, I started to do better. An opportunity just came about to where if I could take off the year, play full time, I would have the chance to basically pay for med school if I can take that full year off. So that's what the plan is.
So somebody asked me this on Instagram. They said, is there a dollar amount that would get you to permanently forget about med school? Is there a dollar amount?
I don't know about that. No, I don't think so. I mean, this is a lot of fun. I definitely want to always play. My commitments will differ year to year. Like if I didn't take the year off med school, I basically would have to stop playing tournaments in March. Sure. So that's why that third year of med school is really intensive time-wise. We actually need to be in the hospital working. Gotcha. So delaying that third year by 1 year is going to give me that extra year to play. But no, med school, being a doctor, that's what I want to do. That's going to be the journey.
So when you go back to school, I know for DUPR college tournaments, you have to take up to 6 units. I know that third year is super intensive. Is there any chance we see you in a UNC uniform again, or is that done?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. If I'm allowed to play, I'll probably keep playing. When I first heard about it, I didn't realize med students counted as college students to play on the team. But yeah, if the rules are still the same in that next year, I'd love to play.
How famous are you on campus? I got to know, are you walking by and everyone's saying hi to you, or you're just like another dude?
Oh, another dude. Absolutely. No, there's no fame on campus.
What about in the pickleball community in general? Like when you show up to a court, are people asking for your autograph or not?
Occasionally, but overall, I think it's still pretty chill. I think, there's still a pretty big discrepancy in how many people play pickleball versus watch pickleball. So Sure. Sometimes even with the courts being packed with tons of people, not all those people are on the YouTube streams every weekend.
Sure, fair enough. You had a incredibly meteoric rise, I think it was March of last year at the, what was it, PPA Red Rock?
Daytona.
Oh, yeah, Daytona. When was your moment where you're like, I made it, or I'm officially a professional pickleball player? Was there ever a moment that stuck out to you?
I think that Florida tournament was definitely a big moment for me, especially since it was all in one day. It wasn't those progression draws that we had been doing. I just got there at 7 a.m. looking to make main draw, and end of the day came and I was struggling to make my flight and I was in the final. So yeah, I think that was definitely the biggest turning point.
So did you end up making that flight, or you had to reschedule it?
Yeah, I know. I ended up making it barely. I actually had to the lines were too long. We were going to miss the flight with my buddy that I travel with, Anton. So we had to get this free trial for clear just to get through security. But yeah, I flew back, spent a day and a half at home, went to my brother's tennis match at NC State, flew back down on Saturday and played that final Sunday.
Unreal, man. Wow. Did you ever think, I mean, since you had a flight that night, it probably wasn't in your wildest dreams of being back on that Sunday?
Yeah, definitely not, especially that being my first tournament and being in the qualifying. So, I was just hoping to be there for, not be done at 9 a.m. when you're starting at 7. So, yeah, definitely didn't plan on coming back.
Incredible. Going back to college pickleball, is there anything from college that you miss or would somehow wish the PPA could implement in the pro game?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the coolest things about college pickleball is also one of the coolest things about just college tennis and college sports in general is that fan base.
Sure.
And that was actually really coming out, especially at the team events. This past national team event in Atlanta, I mean, it was pretty electric, honestly. I mean, there were so many players there, and there's only a few teams playing on the final day, so everybody is in the stands. It feels like a full house. There's school chants and cheers. I mean, it felt like a college tennis match. And that's definitely, not something you're going to get in these individual tournaments. You can get big crowds, but that fan base and team camaraderie, I'm not sure if that can be replicated.
Sure, fair enough. How do players, just like individual players, get a fan base other than just winning? Like, you got to show your personality. Have you ever thought about that before?
I don't know. I mean, I think nowadays social media plays a big role in it. I think I've been fortunate to be with Selkirk, and they're very, very good at making great content and helping kind of push my brand out there with amazing videos. So I think, yeah, social media probably is a big element of getting that out there right now.
Yeah, now that you mention it, social media totally makes sense. And you were with Selkirk before PPA Daytona, right?
Yeah, so my final year of college athletics was that year where NIL became a thing. Uh-huh. So football and basketball players were getting paid, and sure. It's like tennis. We were just looking to get some free stuff from some companies. So yeah, we got into pickleball, and my brother and I, so we sent a message out to a few companies. Selkirk sent us some paddles for us to just kind of play around with and play some with the team. So then once I was done with college tennis, started playing some more tournaments, that's when I reached back out to them, and they helped me out a lot. And then that big thing in Florida happened, and I'm with them, and we'll be with them probably forever.
That's awesome. I remember seeing memes after you had that big tournament in Florida saying Selkirk grinning because they got Collin Shick for a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they never expected that I was going to do that when they were first just handing me out some paddles.
Sure, pretty awesome. Last one before I let you go. What is life like for you off the court, or when you're not training or thinking about pickleball?
Yeah, I mean, up until February and this past year, life has been med school. So, tons of studying, being on campus, working on some extracurriculars just to kind of build that residency application and start to figure out what specialty I want to do. In these past couple months, I'm studying for the first big board exam. So a lot more studying than I've probably done in a long time. But after February, we'll see, because that's when I'll have kind of that full year off, and we'll, I don't know, probably pick up another hobby or just keep playing tons of pickleball.
Cool, right on. What's more of a grind? Just trying to get better at pickleball, drilling, training, etc., or all the studying and, I don't know, residency that comes with med school?
Yeah, I think it's totally different things, but also the same. They're both a grind. I think the similarity between the two is just the discipline you need to just go day in, day out to make sure you're, getting your couple hours of drilling in, but also getting your couple hours of flashcards in. So yeah.
Right on. Well, that's Collin Shick. Any last words?
No.
Cool.